And we're live. And it's Russ Johns here. And Marketing Ideas That Work. Marian LaSalle is going to bring a guest in shortly. And I just wanted to wish you the very best on this Tuesday, March 27th, 2018. And Vicky's in the room. And thank you so much for being here, Vicky. I really, truly appreciate this. And I know that there are so many things that we could talk about today. And one of the things that we want to talk about is marketing ideas that work. I know Marian LaSalle is very active in the community in Houston. I'm becoming more and more active in the Phoenix, Arizona region. And as we move through this migration of who we are, where we are, what we do, how we do it, it's interesting. It's so interesting to think that we can do much of what we do almost anywhere. And that brings up a point, flexible lifestyle. Our flexible lifestyle is increasingly becoming easier to adapt and much more available to so many people as the entire internet, people get used to seeing people in different areas in different regions and connecting different ways, Zoom sessions, video just like this. So it's amazing to think that we can actually get connected. And in the last year, oh, here's Marian calling me now. Hold on. Marian's answering service.
It's not showing up on broadcast.
Well, let me send you a link then.
It says no upcoming events have been.
Refresh your page. I'm in the room. We got guests. Hey, Claudia, how are you?
Great.
Fantastic. I believe you, and I'll send you a link because I'm in the room. And Rochelle's here and Vicky's here, and we're having a great time.
Okay.
Hold on, I'll send it to you in Slack. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Bye. You know, what is life without technical difficulties? That's how I built my career, is on technical difficulties. It's crazy. It's crazy. And it's kind of, well, let's just say it's kind of crazy. So Vicky and Rochelle, thank you so much for being here. I'm just excited to have you on the program today. And as we get Marian connected and the technical difficulties beyond the technical difficulties, right? We can do this. We can actually do this. So I'm pretty excited to get this going. So if you'll just bear with me here for a moment, I'll make it happen. I will make it happen for you because I love you and I want you to be here. And I appreciate the fact that you're here. And oh, it's available on Facebook. So how did you actually yes, even I have technical difficulties. In fact, that's how I learn best, is by working through my technical difficulties. That's why I test so many things, is to say, okay, there's some logic involved in the software. So how do we get this logic? And we add the logic in order to get this problem solved. It's like, okay, Marian's here. And I'm going to invite her on screen, okay? Because she has a special guest, Claudia. So we'll invite Marian on the screen. Yes, I want to invite Marian on the screen. So the magic of science and the magic of technology, and she'll be right here, and boom, then the next thing you know, we'll have a show, right?
Hey, everybody.
Oh, there's a happy face. I can't believe it. Claudia, it's been forever. How are you, my dear?
So good to see you.
Likewise, likewise. So I'm going to make my face a little smaller and focus on your group so you can have more room.
No, it's your birthday. We want you here.
Oh, I'm okay with that. I'm okay. I want to get caught up on what Claudia's doing and the flexible lifestyle that you're living and all of the things that is happening since I last talked to you, because it's all exciting and it's exactly the reason we're here is to help people, help them, discover what they can do with their flexible lifestyle. Right, Marian?
Yes, and I'm going to give the floor to Claudia for just a minute while you ask her some questions and get caught up, because guess what? I'm already caught up. So here she is, Claudia Autry, one of our favorite people in the whole world. Hi.
Oh, so Claudia, last episode we talked, you had launched your practice and your school. And so how long have you been doing that now?
So the school, I took over the school, the Path Foundation, Texas, back in September.
Right.
And we had that first class got started. It's been 6 months. And the second class
Congratulations.
last month. So it's ongoing. And then the first 3 classes have an open enrollment so people can join at any point and catch up really quick. But by the time we get to the 4th class, you gotta be in already. So we're right there. I'm really excited about each of the classes. It's so unique to see how they each grow.
So talk about how people are finding you now, because you have Facebook, you have social media, you've done some really great video, and conversations. It's about relationships is what we've talked about so often. Talk about what's working for you and your business today.
So the ways that I find people is when I go to networking events. So it was at the networking event this morning at Office of America with Marian. That has worked really well because I think hypnosis is one of those things people don't really know what it is. So when you meet me and we talk about it, then they get to understand that. So I do that. I'm always looking for other places where I can go and speak to groups of people who might be interested. That's one thing. The other thing that I do is, as you mentioned, at the end of each class that I do, I get on live stream and on Facebook Live and talk about that so that people have an idea of this is what's going on and keep that presence in their mind. And I'm getting better and better at it. It's been quite an experience.
I have to applaud you for your
dropping the phone and all this other stuff, but now I'm getting better.
I have to applaud you for your efforts. It's very encouraging to so many people around you that, everyone starts somewhere, right? And you're very skilled in your practice and you're very skilled in what you do. And you've just worked so hard to get this craft of yours and, the Path Foundation developed in place. And the other side of that is the marketing effort that it takes. And you understand now how challenging that can be, right? I mean, it's not rocket science or anything by any stretch. It's not engineering like you're used to. However, it is a skill and it does take time and effort, right?
It absolutely has. And I just jumped into, at some point in time, I just made the commitment this year that I was going to do those videos because I think that really helps people understand what my energy is going to be like, what the school is like, what it's like to work with me, that kind of thing. So dipping my foot in, and next thing you know, my whole leg will be in, and next thing you know, by this time next year, I'll be swimming in it, I'm sure. So that's my plan.
That is so fantastic. And what can you share? What's the ideas or the transformation that you've gone through by doing these videos and getting the feedback and the response for your audience? What can you describe that journey for yourself and what that looks like?
Well, for me, the part that I was having the most issue with was the technical part.
Wow.
So it's just another thing for me to think of. I know what to say, I know what I'm doing, and I can communicate that. But when it comes to like, well, do I use the phone? Do I use this? What do you do? What angle is it? I was dropping it because of that kind of thing. I was stuttering in the videos. It was the wrong angle. I was pacing because I normally walk when I talk.
Yeah.
And I remember that was one of the great things that Marian was like, I said, Marian, can you watch this? What feedback can you give me? Well, first of all, stop pacing. I'm like, I wasn't pacing. Oh, it looks like you're pacing. Okay, all right. So I planted myself, and I could do that. And the next thing that I did that was also really useful was I finally got a tripod, which is also Marian's suggestion.
Yeah.
And that made it so much easier because then that part I could just hit record and going. Another thing that I did is that I noticed that was really helpful was I started planning. Initially, I would just get on and start talking because that's often what I do when I do a talk. I have an idea of where I'm going and I know what I'm going to say. I know what I'm doing. So I just start talking and it goes where it needs to go.
Right.
And with this, because it was outside of my comfort zone, I just said, okay, I need to structure it a little bit more. So I went back to the basics of speech development and what am I going to say and kept it simple. Kept it really simple. They're really short at this point, half a minute to a minute long.
Yeah.
I think over time they'll get longer. So I'm just growing that muscle.
Yeah. That's a perfect analogy, growing that muscle. And, you know, as you get stronger and more people find you, it's interesting to see, because I'm always surprised at who doesn't say they're watching or who doesn't say anything until you make a change or something major changes. And then people pop up and say, well, I used to like it when you did it the other way, or, you know, some other, you know, comment about that. So you never know who's watching. And here's the beauty of it in the Path Foundation and what you're doing and why I love it is the fact that you're helping people and you don't even know you're helping people. You have it's like ripples in the water and it just reaches out and it's making an impact on so many lives that you'll never, ever know about. And so I applaud you for that as well. And taking the courage and the effort and the energy I know that it takes in order to build something like this, Claudia. So
thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah. So
I really do.
So what's coming next and how do people get a hold of you?
So people can get a hold of me on Facebook. You can message me or you can call me. I've updated the Path Foundation phone number so it rings me directly. There's been some issue with the phone number, so that's being worked out. So we're currently still working that out, but you can contact me directly either on Facebook or on Messenger. And my phone number is 281-8 Foundation website. And that's the main school page. And send an email, and I get that as well.
We'll put that information in the show notes here.
Thank
Also, so you went networking today. Houston is a huge networking city. It's amazing. You can go networking about every day. So how many events do you try to attend during the course of a week? I mean, you know, you're busy running the Path Foundation. And so what's a good example of what your networking looks like to kind of express that with others? I don't know if you're here or you can still hear me or not. We're here. Claudia's frozen. So there again, Vicky, yes, Russ has technical issues all the time. So it's really more about how it's not what happens to us. It's what we do with what happens to us, right? So you heard from Claudia. She started videos. She got out there. She's been networking, and she's been just removing some of the roadblocks, practicing, stop pacing, looked at her positioning, asked friends for feedback. It's all of these little elements, these little tweaks and adjustments that you make along the way. It's just like any other effort that you're doing. You learn, you practice this, and then you continue to grow and expand your ideas, the elements in your whatever you're practicing, whether it's your business or your manufacturing or you're creating music or whatever it happens to be. This is no different. This is a skill set that you earn and you learn, and you do it by practicing. You do it by getting better. There's so many people that say, well, I don't like the way I look on camera. Well, most people don't like the way they look on camera when they first start. I don't like the way my voice sounds. It sounds so strange. Yes, that is true. Most people don't like their voice when they first hear it. And if you can grow past your comfort zone, you'll always be able to adapt and get out there. Because right now we're living in an environment where Facebook is involved, and social media is so critical and important. And there's so many elements out there that we can actually, we really have to kind of think about how we want to be presented in the world. What's our authentic self? How can we actually adjust our message to fit what we need in our lives? That's one of the reasons we do this, and we have a flexible lifestyle and we pursue other goals, is because we don't fit into someone else's box. We may choose to work in an environment where other people are working and when there's an employer, and we've all done it, or at least I've done it. I've been in several corporate environments, and I'm a good employee as well, because I love helping others. So even if you want to be an entrepreneur, inside a company, being entrepreneurial, you can do that. And it's just so fascinating to me, and watching this from a distance. I've been around for a few years, and I shot a video last night. It's like my last video of my 50s. So today I'm 60, and I'm going to continue to do this work and pursue my goals and my ambitions and my flexible lifestyle. If you go to flexiblelifestyle.us, flexible lifestyle, is it flexible lifestyle or flexible lifestyles? I'll have to figure that out. Now I got to think about it. So you can find it on Facebook, the website. Go there. Marian's doing interviews, and we're going to be broadcasting this out as a show and a program sponsored by Agency 258. This is a project we have going on. I've been doing videos on LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, and Spreaker as a podcast every single day in 2018 as well. So it's not easy, and you can do this. So if you have a goal and you have an idea and you have a mission, you'd be surprised at how basic you can make this. You can make your marketing ideas work through video, through getting out there, sharing your message. And here's the secret. Come closer. There's a secret. The secret is being consistent. Take action every single day in order to accomplish this goal. Just take little baby steps every single day, and you can actually make it big. There they are. All right. Back. So I was talking about the baby steps of just being consistent over time and just making sure that you're having this effort and taking action, right?
Yes.
That's exactly what you did. You didn't have to do it perfect to start. You didn't have to, have all the equipment and all the gear. You started out with your phone, and because I saw you, I was there.
Yes, it was funny. It was funny.
Having
It's
some
beautiful
fever.
is what it is. It's beautiful, Claudia. You're so awesome. And it's so and that's what, that's what Marian and I are all about is just taking action and baby steps and making improvements every single day. It doesn't take, there's no secret to it other than be consistent over time, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I mean, anything that you do with any practice or skill or any mastery of any product or service or, music or anything like that, it takes time. And people, we're in a microwave society where we want to jump ahead and just, okay, I'm just going to practice this skill for a minute and I'll be an expert. It doesn't work that way.
Of course, that's exactly how it works. Not really.
Yeah.
Not at all. Not
Yeah.
for anything, really. Yeah. It's definitely
Yeah,
that practice. I remember there was one time I went to some kind of a event, and as I have empath abilities or empath the characteristics, and I went there and I thought, I've gotten so good at this, and I went to a big event and there was all of this emotional stuff, and I walked away and I'm like, what did I do wrong? And I talked to one of my teachers and she said, well, practice, practice, practice. And I said, oh, that's right, we never stop practicing. So
never stop practicing.
exactly, we're always practicing, always a little bit more that you can do a little bit better, and that's the value of it, that as humans, to be part of our growth. What is our next evolution?
Yeah.
Because it felt absolutely impossible for a year. I think we were talking about it for a year, like,
Yeah.
I don't know about this video thing, and now I'm doing it. And so next year, who knows, I might be even teaching it for all I know, probably.
You'll be a YouTube star next year.
I mean, maybe 2 years.
Yeah. Okay. 18 months. I'm going to give you 18 months, Claudia.
Yeah.
YouTube star. And it's really fascinating too, because the platform that I have achieved more audience and more interaction with and more connections is through LinkedIn. Yeah, LinkedIn. And I've not yet started really pursuing a YouTube. I have some YouTube activity. Well, I have a lot of activity actually. And with Flexible Lifestyle, there's an opportunity where we can really help each other as we go through this. And, because awareness is one thing, and then taking action to help each other out. If you just go in and just a little, like and subscribe, if you go on Flexible Lifestyle and subscribe or like the button, that makes a big difference. It makes a big difference to us. It's just like when people comment and like on your videos, right? You want that feedback, and it's not always there. I mean, Marian and I have done this show for 47 episodes now, actually more, and almost a year. Well, we've been doing this over a year because we did Future Media Association before that. And sometimes there's crickets. I mean, it's like, you know what? That's okay. We're practicing. We're learning our skill. We're improving. We're getting better. And the audience will be there when they're there, right?
Yeah, and just like I was saying, initially there wasn't really much comment, but now I think the last couple of times when the last class started and this class started, people were reaching out to me and saying, hey, give me more information. I'm curious about the classes, and now I'm getting some leads coming from it. So it's really great. And I've only been doing it for 6 months, which I think is pretty good to start getting some feedback on that nature.
Oh, yeah. So as we talked and you dropped off, you were telling us about what's the next step. Thank you, Marian, for putting Claudia's phone number in there. And then also, you're going to continue with video, correct?
Yes, I'm going to continue doing the live stream, and I'm going to continue expanding that. I think the ultimate plan would be to have some videos that give some information, introductory information. This would be both for my private practice as well as the school. One video saying this is what hypnosis is, this is how it's used, this is how helpful it is, to give people understanding that you can really use hypnosis. One, it's a tool of the mind. It's not mind control and all that kind of stuff, but it can really help you when you talk to your subconscious to remove any limiting beliefs and self-sabotage patterns in your health. You know, so if you're wanting to work out or lose weight, or pain management is huge actually with hypnosis, or your wealth. So stop procrastinating, get over your blocks to making your own videos, and any kind of thing like that, or even in your relationships. So how are you disempowering yourself in your relationships? How are you not speaking up or showing up? How can you love yourself better or love your partner better, or that kind of stuff? What are you doing that's keeping you from being the most happy and authentic version of yourself? So that would be one video. And then another video on how the school works and how, you know, I'm really, the school is very hands-on. You know, it really has a lot of, hypnosis is a people business. So I really promote that and teach people not only the skills of and the process of hypnosis, but how do you interact with people so that you can get clients, so that you can be effective with them. There's a lot of emphasis on that people aspect.
Right.
So, which I think makes this school unique versus a different offering. And so those are two videos that are in the horizon at some point that I will get done soon.
Well, I could easily see you, Claudia, having a mini series of videos that walk through, and then you could have a complimentary or a something that complements that in a live environment where you're actually taking a short video in a classroom situation, and you could do this online or offline, and then have a brief subject, you know, maybe a 5-minute video, and then in the group session you could talk about the topic in a deeper conversation. You could do that on a Zoom session as well. So first you have a conversation about the video, and you have a subject, and then you have a classroom around that. So you're building a community, a larger community around that. And I think that would be for what you're doing with the Path Foundation. I think that would be an interesting model to look at. So
yeah, I started to inch my way into that. I had a wonderful speaker, Marian Reeves, last month. So I also have, as part of the school continuing, you know, postgraduate support, I have a monthly alumni group, or a Path alumni, where they come in and we meet together and we talk about what is this business, what is the business of study of hypnosis? How do you set things up? You know, I think Marian's going to come and speak to us soon at the next one. And I did that with Lorianne right before we did a little live stream saying, hey, this is what we're going to do. She gave a quick couple of ideas. We did do a video for her. So I got to practice being the video person on the other side.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and so that she could use that went a little bit more in depth, and then we had a class discussion was available that really got into the details, almost like a workshop. Well, not quite that in depth. Lorianne has some great ideas, but
that's fantastic.
Yeah, so it was that's where I'm inching my way to. So thank you. I guess I'm in the right direction.
Well, and it seems like you never know where people are going to show up either. So by putting yourself out there, you know, the universal law of putting it out there, sharing that energy with the universe, and allowing, you know, the universe to work on your behalf. It's like, if you put it out there, people will show up. And it's proven time and time again, right?
Yes.
So what else can we say? So Claudia, it's so amazing. We want to wrap up this episode, and I just applaud you for your efforts and send you love and hugs and all the appreciation for you and what you're doing in the Path Foundation. And if you want to get a hold of Claudia, please give her a call and try your number again, 281-849-4610.
Yes.
So you can call her.
If you're interested in having a hypnosis session, give me a call. If you're interested in learning how to be a hypnotist and help other people as well, you get both the personal growth aspect as well as the skill set to be able to help others. And I still have classes are open. There's one more month of open enrollment. The next class is learning how to deal with pain. So,
and you have a Facebook page as well that people can.
I do have a Facebook page. It's called Path Foundation Texas on the Facebook page. And then my personal business page is called All of You Healing. So please like it and look at that. If you have anything that you want to ask me, feel free to ask me.
We'll share that out, Claudia. And thank you so much. And Marian's back in the background, I see, working away feverishly. So
she's typing away. She's back.
So thank you, Marian, and Claudia. Best wishes always, and miss you guys.
Happy birthday, Russ.
And say hi to Houston for me on my behalf. And we will see you next week on the same episode, same bat channel, same bat time. All right.
Yes.
Bye.
Love you guys.
You too.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.